Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Today in Bitcoin. Today is September the 5th, 2017. Be proud of success. Long-term thinking. Home of the crypto-dividend. Buy and hold. All right, everyone, check out the notes section below. You can go to crypto-hwwallet.com, get your leather case there for your storage device, get a storage device like a Trezor, a Ledger Nano. I have other links below to other places where you can get t-shirts and Trezors and all sorts of other discounts by using my affiliate code. It helps support the show. It has been difficult to get these shows out. There's so much information. It takes me a little bit of a while to prepare. So I do appreciate the support that all of you have given me in all sorts of different ways, whether it be little financial tips or informational tips or just support, vocal support. I love you guys. You guys are great. But it has, my God, these things have been taking a bit of my time to set up because I like to have, and please check out the links below because that's part of the thing. I give references to what I'm talking about here. And I think that's really important. And I know some people check out those links below, but I want all of you to check out the links below so you can follow the full stories, do your own investigation, because it takes some time to actually find all that I do. I read a lot every day. I read, and that's great. It's a great life to live when you're able to read a lot every day about something you love. But I want everyone to be informed and I don't want this work to be for nothing. So check it out. All right. Thank you to the person who sent some Bitcoin, by the way. My cryptocurrency addresses are below. So Bitcoin has bounced back real fast. Now, yesterday, the trolls and everyone's like, oh, all over you hear this FUD from all sorts. Oh, Bitcoin's going down to 2,700. It's going to go down to 1,900. And I'm just telling you, go back. Don't worry, it'll be back around 5,000 soon enough. And just like that, we're at 45. I don't even know where we're at. I don't look at it at the price as much as I used to back in the day. I took my own advice. I mean, I'm too busy. I'm too busy with this stuff. And yeah, I appreciate the emails people send me. People, remember, I'm a really hardcore Bitcoin guy. And then I have like a top tier of altcoins that extra money that are speculation. But if you're going to ask me about some altcoin, the answer is going to probably be like, I buy Bitcoin. That's the simple answer. So if you're going to email me, let's email about, interesting topics, not like, Adam, what do you think about altcoin X? It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of my time. And I've said this before. I know some of you are new and everything. I just want to throw that out there again. So yeah, Bitcoin did bounce back. As I said, I told you so. And we're back on the horse again, back on the path again to the future, to 2020, to the halving, to whatever. Think long term. All those short term people are feeling it today. Okay, they're feeling it bad because they panicked. And and that is, we learn a lot from days like yesterday about the weak hands. And we should all appreciate it. Those of us that are long term thinkers here, that are part of the 20%. So pound that like button if you like how this is going. And yeah, be sure to check out This Week in Bitcoin show. That was on Friday. It's linked to below. All right. So the, what is it? Oh yeah. All the big talkers aren't talking as much as they used to. All the people are like, oh, ICOs are the next big thing. Oh, you got to check out the X coin and Neo and this and every, they all fall silent on days like yesterday and then days like today when the Bitcoin just bounces back. All right, so we're going to read about a little bit more about the Korea situation. I know it is very interesting and it gives us insight on some of the ways people think in America also. How it's the people who don't have as much information about cryptocurrency. So let me read, because everyone has, this is, by the way, for those of you not familiar, I have a contact in Korea who doesn't want to come on the show, but has sent me a lot of useful information. So we learn about what's really going on in Bitcoin in Korea because the price or cryptocurrency in Korea, because many cryptocurrencies have been pumped up because of what's been going on there. So I am going to read you. Many people outside of the Korea then ask me, what is wrong with Korea? Simple question to answer, but I say there are primarily three factors here. One, cultural. I work in the asset management industry and I see many similarities between asset management and cryptocurrency sector in that the Korean asset management industry also suffers from impulsive and short-term investing. Many of the global asset management companies here in Korea have for a long time considered exiting the Korean business because of this impulsive short-term approach of Korean investors. This means that the asset managers are expected to deliver new products, mutual funds, with a 3 to 6 month investment horizon, which global asset managers cannot deliver. Koreans inherently like to have things done fast. Anyone who is familiar with the corporate culture in Korea knows that. When your boss tells you to do something, you do it fast. Many people attribute this to the extraordinary high growth Korea experienced in the 60s to the 90s, in the 60s to the 90s. Likewise, investors like to see returns fast. If investors see a short-term opportunity to make big bucks, money pours in. All right, people, there's a lesson to be learned there. If you're some high testosterone, young 19-year-old, 20-year-old, 25-year-old, whatever, that's so freaking impulsive, dude, you got to think long-term. Don't be like the Koreans. All right. Because they don't store their private, they don't keep their private keys. They keep them at the exchange. Ouch. All right. 2, economic. Cash in bank accounts and real estate, mainly apartments, are seen as store of value for most ordinary Koreans. Real estate in particular is the standard in which one's financial well-being is determined. Does he own an apartment? Where does he live in Gangwon? For many Koreans, it is the ultimate store of value. This is why, unlike the US, Europe, and many other countries, most Koreans cannot grasp the concept of Bitcoin being a store of value. That is very unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. But you can see why, because they are very used to the money in the bank being a store of value or real estate being a store of value. Why certain Americans and Westerners that I encounter every day cannot understand store of value versus getting into these cryptocurrencies that have no limit on the amount that are being produced, don't have halvings, it's beyond me, because I don't know. Okay, in addition, real estate prices are at ridiculous levels and domestic equity prices have gone up significantly this year. So many speculators and individual investors have turned to the crypto market as an alternative. Okay. Language, number 3. Now, this is important, people, and this is where there's opportunity here for people who can translate, okay? Language. Despite the rise of K-pop and soap operas, Korea is still a very homogeneous society, and still very few people are comfortable with using the English language. There are very few Koreans who were educated overseas and speak fluent Korean and English, like myself, that have any meaningful interest in cryptocurrencies. This means that the majority of Koreans are starved for unbiased and accurate information, that shows such as yours and WCN provides. They are reliant on mainstream media, local blogosphere, and forums, and their sources are Bloomberg, CoinDesk, Bitcoin.com, etc. There is so much misinformation to the extent that every time I do a lecture about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, the typical reaction is one of amazement and surprise. A lot of them find it refreshing because I give them a completely different viewpoint. All right, so they just, because of the language barrier, they don't know what Bitcoin is. Now, I don't know what the excuse is for all the 80% of the English speakers who don't seem to grasp the concept. I don't get that, but at least the Koreans, there you go. There's a terrible language barrier. If you can speak Korean, you can translate stuff. You're an entrepreneur, dude. Get in on this. Or if you know someone that can partner with them. I'm trying to bring you opportunities, people. There's always money-making opportunities out there for entrepreneurial people who are in motion, who aren't doom porners, who just, lay in the basement worrying about the end of the world. All right, so I believe that the best way to solve this Korea puzzle is education. I am doing my best by talking to many people directly and or telling them about your show and others. But the language barrier is the big problem when it comes to your show and WCN. If maybe someone like Simon Dixon, Tone Vays, Eric Lombroso, or yourself comes to Korea in the future, that can make the difference. I cut the last part off there. All right, people. So education. If you're up for educating the Korean people, if you got some ideas, dude, there are a lot of, they want to learn. They need to learn. All right, back to the show. All right. Pound that like button, and then feel free to do the super chat if you're in chat now. You guys are awesome. All right, Washington Post has something online. I don't know if it's in their newspaper. The economics of change. And they mention blockchain and cryptocurrency. They never say the word Bitcoin. Very interesting. Link to below. That's linked to below. Remember, all of this stuff I talked to is linked to below. Remember, follow me at TechBalt on Twitter. It's been rocking on Twitter lately. TECHBALT. Speaking of that, Zero Hedge tweets out, Bitcoin exchange Coinbase hits 10 million users. I assume that's worldwide. I don't know how many people own Bitcoin. Don't ask me that. It's a hard question. I doubt all of those users actually own Bitcoin. Some of them might have just signed up and just not got through the whole process. People tell me all the time that they sign up and then they're just like, they want too much information and Coinbase won't let them buy. And their bank accounts won't deal with Coinbase. There's some issues, but that's an interesting, people are trying to get into this. Individuals are trying to get into this. That is bullish. All right. Andreas Antonopoulos has a new video out. I enjoyed it. I always watch when Andreas has a new video, okay? I linked to his channel below. And one of the things that you should take note of is that he gets a lot of views of his individual videos. He has a lot of subscribers. He gets a lot of views out there that deal with, that have the FUD titles or have the wild prediction titles or are talking about ICOs or are just clickbait or talking about Genesis mining or scams or, trying to trick people into this altcoin and ICO lunacy. They get way more hits on average than his educational videos do. And I want everyone to take a step back and think about that for a second. And just be proud that you were part of the 20% who actually watch his videos and not that dung that's out there. And if you, it's a free world. What free world? Bleh, free world. Watch what you want to watch. Okay. I'm just telling you, you only got so much time out there. Try to educate yourself. Andreas is a great teacher. You learn a lot. There are other guys out there that are great. I mention them all the time in the Twitter feeds that I talk about. Tone Vays, Vinny Lingham is great. Money Triggs is great. There are all sorts of great guys on Twitter I reference all the time. You just check out my link section below. You just check out them and you'll get smart. Ari Paul was on the show, and an expert ETF thing that's going on. Let's talk about these ETFs. I actually had a question for Ari that I asked him off air, and I should have asked him on air. Like, what did he think about other cryptocurrencies getting into ETFs? And because, we've heard about Grayscale and Barry Silbert trying to do an Ethereum Classic ETF. Again, going back to what Ari said on This Week in Bitcoin, he thinks we're going to have an ETF of a Bitcoin ETF very, very soon, and Bitcoin's going to go to the moon. And it might not be the Winklevi, whatever you want to call them. They might approve someone else first, and we're going to get into that in a second. But something he said to me is, Grayscale is working on like a dozen separate proposals. Barry wants to be the BlackRock, a giant asset management firm with lots of ETFs and ETNs. So, there's a little inside baseball for you there. I think we all know that Barry Silbert is very aggressive. But he is working, he's got so many things up his sleeve, apparently. And I guess that's bullish for cryptocurrency in general. This guy is trying to bring it, say what you will about him. He's trying to bring cryptocurrency in general, and Bitcoin is the leader of cryptocurrency, to the mainstream financial markets. And we all know that mainstream finance is tremendously powerful, tremendously wealthy, And if that money flows into Bitcoin cryptocurrency, it is just huge. And so on that note, there is a Medium article. Dear crypto, you're being played by Wall Street. Read what this guy wrote in the first paragraph. I do not agree with everything he says. I don't think there's a conspiracy here, but I think some of the points about how people panic and about how there's quite a bright future once the ETF thing happens. Okay. Like many of you, reading through the hundreds of crypto projects out there has killed my attention span for crypto articles. So I'll skip to the ending right here. It's my belief, based on my decades of firsthand experience of seeing Wall Street's games play out over and over, that this entire China banning ICOs story is the last-ditch play by Wall Street to get you, the newbie crypto trader holder, to sell your crypto before a Bitcoin and or Ethereum ETF is approved in a matter of months or possibly weeks. Okay, again, I don't think $5 on the super chat. Johnny NY, baby! Johnny NY has a great Steam It page, by the way. I re-steamed a funny video he made about the New York subway system. So you go to my Steam It. I am at Bitcoin Meister there, and you will see Johnny's. And so, click on it, watch it, see if you think it's funny. If you've ever been, he's an artist. He makes his own comics and stuff. He's good, man. And he's straight out of New York too. Definitely. All right. So where am I going with this? Okay. So yeah, going back to this dude. So yeah, I don't think there's a Wall Street conspiracy here trying to scare people out of, scare people to sell their Bitcoin before the big pump. But I'm saying, there were entities out there who have been through this China FUD a million times, who were spreading the China FUD to scare people out of their Bitcoin so they could get it for cheaper because they know that this ETF thing is going to get approved eventually. And I used to be of the mindset and back in April, I was right, that it wasn't going to get approved the first time. But now I know a little bit more. And it's not just the Winklevi who want to do this. There seems to be some upward pressure from below. And there seem to be some changes over there. And I think this thing is going to come sooner than later. I mean, I don't know about this year. I don't want to get people's hopes up. But 2018, I think. God, Vention again sends me. Thank you for the $5, Vention, Big Tao. He said something hilarious. Doom porn is awesome. It's the Shemitah baby. And again, he's joking around. MGTOW is a great lifestyle though. And Vention lives it to the fullest extent of the law over there, baby. A lot of great MGTOW content producers out there talking about Bitcoin right now. So I want to partner with some of them. Get a Bitcoin MGTOW partnership going because those dudes are the ultimate market for Bitcoin. Guys who think outside the box, who are confident enough in themselves, not to care what the world thinks about them, and to value themselves for themselves, not for a woman, and just not to need a partner or a partner who steals from you. They're smart guys. Anyway, okay, going back to this though, pound that like button if you like Adam's tangents. And yeah. This ETF thing is closer than I originally thought it was going to be. I don't know about the end of the year like Ari Paul. I mean, I don't want to misquote Ari Paul. Ari Paul is awesome. Check him out. But yeah, 2018, I think we're going to have this thing come. I think we're going to have some sort of ETF thing. And the money's going to flow in. And there are going to be other ETFs for other cryptocurrencies. And those cryptocurrencies, Ethereum will be the second one to do it. But whoever's third is going to become like the number 3 cryptocurrency in the world real quick. So there'll probably be a race to be that third one. And Barry Silber's trying to be the Ethereum Classic. Anyway, end of topic. All right. Oh, and here, someone wrote in the comment to that post, LOL, long on Ethereum, but not Bitcoin. One word for you, halvings, because the author said he was long on Ethereum, but not Bitcoin. But I think that was a cool line. One word for you, halvings. That's a good line. People, you should know what the Bitcoin halving is. That's just my reminder of the night. And another related note, the GBTC price is down again, even though Bitcoin went up. And again, this makes me wonder if some insiders know if this ETF is coming sooner than later. Because GBTC price is going to go down quite a bit when the ETF is approved. That's the Bitcoin, and that's another Barry Silver thing, the GBTC thing. All right, enough of that. So here's a tweet. That's okay. Now this has to do with Bcash and Segwit and 2x coin, those crypto dividends. That's right. Kind of thinking. I like that kind of thinking. I caught into it about 3 weeks ago. Imagine if 2x is a distraction that is going to be leveraged by Bcash. All right, so what this guy is referring to, there's some logic behind this. Are the people behind 2x just pumping up 2x to eventually drop 2x and then just pump up Bcash to use it as something to make Bcash be more attractive? So in the end, Bcash is the winner. The 2x is forgotten. Who cares? And the people that had financial interest in Bcash and ASIC Boost supported immensely with a huge Bcash pump. It will be very interesting to see what happens if 2x falls completely on its face to Bcash. That might be some master plan, because it just feels weird that they took this two-pronged approach. Why do Bcash and 2x, and what's going on? And you just feel like those bad actors haven't had their last shot yet, and that they got something up their sleeve. So I'm not here worrying, because they're just crypto dividends. My logic is you just keep talking about them as crypto dividends. You talk about all the other ones like Bgold that are going to be coming out, and it really minimizes them. At the same time, there are always going to be people who are going to buy into stuff just because they think something else is going down. You know, the 80%. What are you going to do, man? Never buy a crypto dividend. Just get them for free by holding your Bitcoin. Okay, here's something to retweet. Speaking of bad actors, this for a while in terms of boycotting this dude. Don't hand the bad actors like Shapeshift.io. Don't hand them in the Bitcoin ecosystem your business. And then it gives a link to Changelly.com. So retweet that and use Changelly.com instead of the stuff that get into altcoins or whatever. Don't use Shapeshift. Use Changelly, because Voorhees is not on the good side of history here. Okay. All right. Now that the ICOs are fearing Chinese regulation, or fearing worldwide regulation, they've been kicked out of China. I mean, I see crypto dividends as getting a spark here. Some of these people in China who might have started, I want to do an ICO. No, now they want to start their own friendly fork of Bitcoin. I see this being very good for crypto dividends. A question that was actually, this was sent to me. This person has a crypto dividend idea, but make them use X11 proof of work for a crypto dividend. So it will be a direct attack on Dash. So I mean, you can create a fork of Bitcoin that does a lot of things. This guy also brings up, you can make a proof of stake Bitcoin as a friendly fork. So who knows what people are going to use these crypto dividends for? Attacks on Dash, experiments into proof of stake. Excuse me, proof of stake. But no, I said proof of work. I meant to say create a proof of stake Bitcoin. Anyway, these are interesting topics. I don't know what you guys think about it. The crypto dividend thing can go a lot of different directions. If you're thinking of creating your own crypto dividend, your own friendly fork of Bitcoin, your own friendly fork of Litecoin, whatever, email me at adam@tresorhelp.com. You can also email me there if you need a crypto consultation, you need help setting up your Trezor, you just want to talk, got some questions, we can set up some arrangements and some station. All right. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Do check out the notes section below. Pound that like button. I will see you guys in the chat right now.